Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? We are back. Unfortunately, no map draft sent in today, but we do have the maps on the screen for you. It will be Dark Diamonds versus Dr. Kozmonot coming up here for you. And unfortunately, we only have the maps here. Will be Banana Cove as a home map here for, I believe, Dark Diamonds. Let me double check that since I don't have it up on the screen. Yes, Dark Diamonds has Banana Cove. And then we have Monkey Nomad here for Dr. Kozmonot. But without the draft information, we're going to dive right in and go from there. Here we are. Game number 1, guys. Dr. Kozmonot, a 2K player, going to be here in the yellow. And then on the opposite side, we will have Dark Diamonds. And he will be playing in the gray for us here. Should be an interesting game 1. Arabia here. Dark Diamonds has a very nice map here. Golds will be very safe in the back. Food also not going to be too far behind. Berries are very safe. Very easy to secure. Most, if not all of his base. Most of this corner of the map actually could be walled in extremely easily. And then Dr. Kozmonot on the other side will be a lot more open. We'll have a safe stone, and that's about it. Everything else is pretty spread and open here. But nonetheless, we will be having a Lithuanian matchup against Mayans here, which is kind of interesting. One we haven't really seen a ton of here. Nonetheless, we'll see what it looks like here for these guys. This is one of the matches that we've had left over from the round of 32. Round of 16 games are being played and hopefully going to be submitted this weekend. Obviously, things have been a little bit delayed and do get a little bit delayed, so we'll allow the time needed. But otherwise, things are moving along fairly nicely. Dr. Kozmonot is just going to go ahead and wall those vills in. He may be experienced with the monkey and know that if that comes forward, it can be quite devastating. Just have to wait and see here. Idle TC time relatively similar right now. Not really a big difference between these two whatsoever. Looks like we had a little bit of a pause here. No problem. Yo, dude. Elo-wise, Dr. Kozmonot is a 2K player. I think he may be even higher than that. Maybe 2K1, but not 100%. I can check that here in a second. Nonetheless, a very high Elo player. And Dark Diamonds, I believe, is like a 1700. Let me go ahead and check that right now for you. But yeah, otherwise, definitely high Elo. Dr. Kozmonot here. He is a 2K player, so he's very high up on the leaderboard here at the bracket. And then Dark Diamonds is actually a 1700 player, so fairly good Elo here. It's pretty high Elo for both, but you have a top 200 player against a top 2000 player probably, or something like that. So, Dr. Kozmonot should have the advantage here, given his Elo, and we'll have to see how things work out. It's been a while since we got to cast a couple of games. It's only one set that we're casting this evening, which is it's kind of sad, but like I said, we're waiting for people to get games in, and this one needs cast. It's been sitting here for a few days. Want to get it casted anyways. Monkey is here. And it is a beautiful sight. Monkey on the other side is also here. Jabari was not able to join tonight, but it is only one set, so I will just cover it. Yo, dude, we'll have to get you in here, though, to do some casting here coming in the round of 16 if you're interested. Goes for anyone, really. But I know Yo-Yo Dude has casted before and wanted to do more, so Probably not tonight, just simply because it's one set. Like I said, we should have a bunch of games coming in. I know there's been a lot of activity of people scheduling to play their round of 16 games. And once those are in, we'll have you jump in when we can do a couple sets in a night. Builds are looking fairly good here. Dr. Kozmonot going up super early, an 18 pop up. See what he does with this here. I would normally presume this would be some sort of a scouts build. However, he is on gold. So it will be interesting to see what he goes with here. And then on the other side here, some nice quick walls through Dark Diamond. Going to save that villager's life. For the time being, though, this will go down. We'll have to pay attention to that. And it is going to cause him to drop this off in a very weird position. Yep, it will be 19 pop archers indeed. Technically it's 18, but 19 if you count the scout. But the scout doesn't take a pop space here, which is interesting. Definitely not expected, that's for sure. I mean, honestly, with Lithuanians, there are some crazy builds like this you can pull off, though. On the other side, it looks like Dark Diamonds is going to go for a Man-at-Arms play. Which, unfortunately for him, will be completely countered by this, and probably won't be able to do too much damage. We'll have to wait and see how things go. I don't think there's a hole here, but we'll see, we'll see. Mill just now coming up here for Dr. Kozmonot. So this is a very interesting build, one that I have not seen before, and one that is probably quite effective, especially if you think you're going up against Man-at-Arms in any way, shape, or form, or even just a drush. That uptime was insanely good. Yahoo dude thinks it's over already. I mean, it's gonna be difficult. Will be another archery range coming down here. So looking to continue with the archer play. Monkey is going to come forth and snipe a farm here. That's actually a pretty good exchange for the monkey to steal. Archers are being kept at home. Man-at-Arm upgrade is in already, but again, the archers will be here. No fletching yet, though. Obviously no blacksmith. I think it would have been better just to have a blacksmith personally and go for fletching, but what do I know? This guy's a 2K player, so he has the experience with the build. This is actually really good for Dark to get value here with these Man-at-Arms at all. Might actually get a Vil, and he does. Wow. So Dark is actually going to be rewarded with 2 Vil kills. Wow, okay. So the Man-at-Arms really paying off, actually. Quite good for Dark. Archers were out, but with no fletching and only a few of them. Can't complain. Decent is all that's needed for that exchange, honestly. I didn't think he was going to get anything out of Man-at-Arms. But now we have archers coming forward. We do have the blacksmith coming down, so fletching should be coming. Yeah, he is open up here in the north, that's for sure. Don't know if he's open anywhere else. He's actually going to send a villager after this monkey. And it might actually get the kill. It's going to be close. Archers aren't going to get the kill either. That's actually nice. Fletching has come out here for our Mayan player, and all this wall from Dark is painful. Just wall to the cliff. Wall to the cliff. All in all, it's fairly close. Dark is actually ahead by those 2 Vils that he killed. Military numbers are going to be the discrepancy here. And I think he needs to try to drop a market here to delay this. I think he may be planning on doing so. Yep. Just waiting. Buying time, waiting for wood. The cliff mod enabled. I didn't even know that was a thing. Quite a shame for himself there. All in all, this is good. He's buying time. He's not panicking. He's not overreacted in any way. He hasn't finished the market yet. He's going to try to wall up behind this. Oh, this could be rough, though. This could be rough, though. I don't know how I feel about that one. To wait and see what occurs of this, though. He's going to get it up in time, actually. So he's buying, yet again, more time for himself. We'll send out some military. Honestly, he's sitting in an okay place. Archer production is continuing here. It's not been 100% all the time, but for the most part has been very good. Eco is looking fairly solid here behind this for both. Vills were pulled back. Market was never finished. I really would have liked to have seen that market finished. I think it would have made a lot of sense to finish it. And the archers are going to be going around for somewhat of a sneak attack, I think. There are a lot of archers here. A lot of archers. Villa does get picked off. Dark has had a little bit of idle TC time with all this going on. Time has been bought and a few archers going forward, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as this is going to get in here. And where's the military now? This is the big issue here. Dark was unable to continue producing in the same fashion. But yeah, I mean, he was playing very cleanly here. It was looking really good for him. But I don't know if it's going to be the same case. Looks like he's going to try to sacrifice some villager lives, potentially. Nah, he's not going to get the HP up. This may be the moment that this game comes down to a close here early, honestly. On the forward end, villagers are dying. So this has done a good job, has taken him off of gold. He's got to try to keep that up. Hey, he's defending well. Better than I thought he was going to. And Dr. Kozmonot is on the way to Castle Age behind this. Villagers are still there trying to do damage. Dark on his way up too. It's just a little bit later. And yeah, I think I would have tried to tower it as well. But clearly not the plan. As these walls are never going to go up now. The tower will come in on the gold. This Vill will likely die. That's not focused down. Instead chooses to focus down archer number. Some really good micro between these guys. Tower should go up. It's just going to be at the cost of how many Vills here. This might actually hold off. So this actually worked out alright. It was a difficult defense. It wasn't great. It wasn't perfect. But he has done the job. All in all, he's still here. He's still got military in his base, however. It's going to be a third range, which I think is the right move here. These archers can come around and try to harass a little bit. We'll see what they can do. Archers on the other side must have been cleaned up. Don't think they really did a ton of damage, to be honest. Killed Avil, pushed him off the gold. But yes, it was an insane defense. Honestly, I thought he was going to be dead, but he was able to keep things up. Ooh, he trapped him in here. Okay, so he doesn't want these archers to get away. I like it, I like it. They distracted enough. Yeah, that's true. Crossbow and Botkin going to be in faster here for Dr. Kozmonot. Not by a whole lot. Botkin actually not even clicked here yet for Dark, as he did get +1 padded archer armor. Crossbow upgrade is in. 1 Vill, potentially 2 will go down here to these, and crossbow is going to be in without Botkin, and the numbers are still not looking good here. Another town center on the gold being added here for Dr. Kozmonot. If he can get all his Vills working, he might be okay here. We'll see. Still, there comes Botkin. He is trying to get Botkin arrow now, which is big. That town center is actually a good town center. If it can go up, will really cement the position there. And he is down a town center. Yeah, it's definitely high level. This is one of the more high level matchups that we have had here. So Dr. Kozmonot is still quite at the advantage, but ultimately, great stuff here from Dark. I think Dark should be able to finish this up here. He's just microing it out. He has his other group of crossbows coming in as well. And he will be able to clean up this group. We'll see what happens on the other side. A couple of vills idle here. Military numbers aren't all that far off in discrepancy. Same with vill count here. Any one of them a clown by chance? I honestly don't know Dark Diamonds all that well. I know he's played in one of my previous tournaments, I believe, as well as 2v2 Battlegrounds. So he wasn't at this level, I don't believe, at that time. And Dr. Kozmonot, man, he is 2K, but I do not know. I haven't really watched a lot of his games. I think I've seen him play against like Survivalist and seen him play against a few other names, but ultimately I think he's more of a Arabia player, but again, not 100%. Yeah, Dark showing some good things here for 1700 elo being down 300 elo, man. That was a hell of a defense. And he's not really struggling to keep up in any means. He's in a good spot. His TC was a little bit later. That is part of the villager discrepancy. Eco KD is similar, and it might even be evened up here in a second, as it will actually be. And it's going to be even better. This is going to be noticed, though, and we'll have to turn. These skirmishers are going to die to wolves. Woo. Crossbows on this side now, looking to equalize the damage that was just done on this side. This wood line is extremely exposed, though. There's a siege workshop here and a mangonel coming out. Yeah, those wolves actually won that fight. Dark trying to do some microing here, but the mangonel will somehow flatten those two. I mean, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how physics were denied there, but I mean, ultimately, Mayans doing great work here. Military numbers have never been higher for Dark, and he's holding on here. Good counterattacks and getting things done here. He's only he's got one less villager kill. Villager count is equal. 3 villagers here. Or 3 TCs for both players. These crossbows, though, will wreak havoc if this is not noticed. Dark has yet to pull these away. Eagles. I don't think there's time for eagles right now, though. I honestly think you have to keep with what you're going with here. This is a good exchange here for Dark, as there's no micro being done here for Dr. Kozmonot. There is a mangonel here, though. Dark has to be careful. Don't know if he even knows this is here. Eco upgrades are better for Dark at the moment, but it looks like actually Heavy Plow and a Bowsaw going to be coming in for Dr. Kozmonot as well. Good micro here, and that's a beautiful thing for Dark. Or yeah, Dark. Man, I cannot keep their names. Dark and Doctor, everybody's got the name similar, but hey. Dr. Kozmonot is looking to have the economic advantage right now, though. He's on 3 town centers, booming up here. Dark is on 3 town centers as well, just doesn't have quite the res in the bank. Overall KD is fairly even. Dark versus Doc, yeah, pretty much. These crossbows could be caught out. If they're caught out, it could be a problem. If he were able to get them here, it would have been amazing. We'll see if he can get them in, though. Gonna micro. Good ground attack there from Doc. But it looks like Dark gonna clean that up as well. Crossbows will have to come back. This is most of the army here for Dark. Good matchup here, guys. Handcart coming in, though. The economy for the Dr. Kozmonot, I think, comes down to having wheelbarrow way sooner. I really do. First relic coming in here for our Lithuanian player. Crossbows are still alive here and still pushing military in the another direction here. Crossbow numbers will be fairly similar on the front here, as these are still trying to do damage. Ballistics is on its way in here for Dark, and it has not been in for him for a while. Doctor has had it. Villager numbers could be in trouble. Oh, no patrol, though. This is so bad for Dark. He's going to lose this fight now. Ballistics does come in, but he just lost a massive number of archers here. And now the crossbows will have to run. Nothing in this mangonel. This is the one problem with this map right here, is his wood lines are not great here for Dark. Imperial Age click for Dr. Kozmonot. And I think that the game may have just been won there for Doctor, being able to keep his military numbers up a little higher. Clicking to the Imperial Age, he is collecting relics now. Crossbows will not transition great into Imperial Age for Lithuanians here. More crossbows going down here. Yeah, this is starting to fall apart, starting to snowball a little bit here. But we will need a tech switch to come in. Dr. Kozmonot is going to have to make that tech switch, and he is starting with the armor now, and there comes a double stable. Lithuanians do get that additional attack per relic, and we do have one relic already in, and a monk headed out for another one on both sides. Oh, okay, we're going to go for another town center out here on this gold. Mangonels are here, but would have to get a good shot. There's a hole in between, so they're going to find their way out. More crossbows coming in, though. +2 defense on its way. And I think if these knights show up in good mass, an Imperial Age is not in here, it will be a problem. Could be a big shot here for this Mangonel. Not bad, not bad. Not going to be able to micro against 2 here. But villagers had to run, and now there's crossbows on this side. Yeah, and Dark is just getting hit from so many directions right now, losing vills. He does click to the Imperial Age himself, but soon I think he'll have trouble taking wood, which is going to be of a great concern here. He may be able to secure this part of his wood line, though. Another town center in the back. Imperial Age is in, making the tech switch here. No knights on the field. Cavalier, husbandry, and plate barding armor all on their way in right now. Fourth town center here. This wood line will likely have to be abandoned, as the crossbows will show up there shortly. Only 10 crossbows, though, for Dark, which is not great. I don't think he's going to call GG yet. I think it's still too early to call GG. It's when the Cavaliers show up in mass that he'll call GG. Just excellent play from both, but Dr. Kozmonot able to keep his economy in a little bit of a better position here, it seems. Crossbows, the last of the crossbows here for Doctor are going to get hit, and it looks like they're going to be going down here. Mangonel will get all of them. And yeah, not even going to micro that one. That was good stuff. This is a huge castle here for Dark Diamonds. He needs to secure himself a little bit on this side. He does have a gold back here, gold up here as well. And we are going to see the scale mill armor start to come in here. We'll have to see what it is for. Is he going Eagles? Pikeman. Okay, I like Pikeman. I think Pikeman's the answer. But Cavalier are going to start to head across the map here. And these Cavalier are 10 plus 2, and they do not have any attack upgrades. Just the relics. Forging is on its way. Imperial Age is here, but no Arbalest tech coming in. Economy is better for Dark here. Man, Dark is just playing a great game. He's been behind, having some issues here and there, but ultimately having a good game. Yeah, there's a relic all the way in this corner. The other two relics are there. I didn't really look at the relic generation, but 3 of them in already for Dr. Kozmonot here. He's going out for that gold as well. Paladin is on its way in. That's huge. Paladin is going to be devastating, as there's already going to be 22 of them, and we already have some more in the queue. We are also getting iron casting, so these are 10 plus 4. They're about to be 10 plus 5. Or sorry, 12 plus 5. Man. Arbalest is now coming in. We also had Pikeman upgrade come in already. Chemistry and Bracer as well for Dark here. It's not really going to be feasible to defeat these. That's correct. We'll see what happens here, though. Obviously, there are 27 soon-to-be Paladin here. If he can get some Halberdier out before they come, it may be somewhat possible. Would love for there to be a castle on this side as well and make it really hard to push. No trebuchets as of yet, which is interesting. No siege whatsoever for Dr. Kozmonot. Yeah, still no Halb on the field. They are coming, though. They are coming. They will have +2 attack, or +1 attack, +2 defense. But he needs to just spam them, essentially, right now. As Paladin is in, and it's 34 Paladin coming forward, and there's only 4 Halberdier on the field. And 30 Arbalests, which probably won't be able to do what is needed here. Under the castle fire, this will be helpful. Mangonel going to try to get damage in as well, but this is going to be a very difficult fight here. The Halb continue to come in, but ultimately Paladin are so hard to kill. 140 Vils is quite a lot. I mean, he's not going to be able to do much once this goes down either. He's going to have to keep spamming Paladin. Winged Hussar even coming in for Dr. Kozmonot. The castle will be going down here, and that will be a problem. There are a lot of barracks here, but I don't think you'll be able to spam enough. It would be great if you had a monk or 2 out on the field even to snag a couple of these. Would be great. But it's like things are starting to fall apart here. Winged Hussar even coming in. But military numbers for Dark dropped quite massively. He did kill quite a few Paladin, though. So it's still a chance. He can still spam these. Getting castle out here on this side. Oh. Mangonel was spotted here. That castle will go down, though. Vils and that will go down. Paladin and Winged Hussar may not be able to do enough here. We'll have to see if this is going to be a situation where the Doctor ends up adding Skirmisher, I guess. Castle will be up here. There are quite a few Vils out here. Winged Hussar are going to be doing some damage. We will have a few Arbs trying to do some damage here. There's a monk somewhere trying to convert that. Yeah, I mean, Paladin numbers are dwindling. They're only 13 on the field, but look at there's 35 Winged Hussar queued. Will be very difficult. Paladin was indeed converted, so that's always nice. And you know, the Hussar spam is not big enough as the skirmishers. The Halberdier are trading at somewhat of a good pace here, and our cleaning up military is now higher for Dark here, and things are looking really good for him. After that position, he did get rid of a bunch of Vils. I think he probably lost them. I don't think he really deleted them there. But ultimately, the Winged Hussar going to have trouble finding damage here. We'll start to see archery ranges come down, so we'll need to add Skirmisher into the mix here. Siege workshops are on their way out. But the Winged Hussar, this is what he wants to do with them. He wants to send them into the economy and raid, as he does have very good map control. Arbalest numbers are here with some halbs, so these winged hussars will not last too long. Winged hussars will try to dive on the other side, and now this is where the issues are going to start to come. The mobility here for Dr. Kozmonot is really good. He's getting Elite Skirm now. Once Elite Skirm comes in, he will have the counter here, and I think there's a hole. I guess there's not, but there will be soon. Few hussar are in the back here as well. Halberdier and everything is going to be out of place. This castle looks like it's going to go. Latest died here. Latest is an interesting addition. Don't know why Latest are here. Guess just to try to get some damage done. But these hussar are in the military for Dark on the complete wrong side of the map here. This castle will go down. It's not going to be saved, but the economy behind this for Dark is just crumbling now. The Arbalest not going to take a great trade here. It doesn't look like they're going to lose too much here in the front, but all in all, the economy, the real damage is being done back here as Dark falls to 75 villagers. Arbalest take the best trade they could possibly take, but these winged hussar are going to find damage, and there's even one on this wood line. Villager count continues to plummet here. And I think, yeah, the latest will just go back in now and take work out of that treb. Winged hussar somewhat cleaned up, but military is not around, and yep, Dr. Kozmonot takes game 1 here. Ooh, GG's, that was a great game. Dark, I really thought he was dead at like minute 20 with all these archers we had up here. It was able to hold nicely. It was a little bit dicey, but impressive to hold on for that long. And ultimately, I think just a lot of time for Dr. Kozmonot here. He did not overboom like Dark did, and he was able to get relics in. He was able to make the full tech switch on his way to the Imperial Age, get Paladin, and ultimately just mobility, getting in, winning the game there at the end. Was a hell of a game, though. GG's. Indeed. So we're going to go to the home map of Dark Diamonds, guys. It will be on Banana Cove. And again, there's no Civ draft was provided to me, so I can't give you guys that, unfortunately. But not to worry. Game number 2, guys, on its way up here. Dark Diamonds versus Dr. Kozmonot. We will switch the colors up again for the tournament's sake. And we will have Dr. Kozmonot here with Italians. He will be in the yellow, up in the set 1-0 right now. And Dark Diamonds here in gray will be playing with the Portuguese. Civilizations we expected to see on this map frequently. And both great options here. Have to see how things work out here. Obviously, these are arguably 2 of the best water civs. Depends on who you talk to and whose opinion you get, but ultimately, overall, they are in the top few civs that people would regard as high probability of coming up here on water maps. Good civs, great ecos for water balances. Portuguese, man, we haven't seen Portuguese drop a Fatoria, but maybe once or twice through 3 brackets. But the gold on this map is not a ton, and it does run out if we see late game come into play here. But we'll have to wait and see. Both of these civs do have access to Bombard Cannon, though, which is important as well. Feel like Bombard Cannon has been the difference maker on this map in late game. So I think, don't Italians get Bombard Cannon, right? I'm pretty sure they do. I know Portuguese does. But nonetheless, water, obviously this is the premier water map of the tournament, which is interesting. Been very fun to watch. A lot of games on this map. It's exciting to see higher elo layers now on this map. For those who aren't aware and would want to, the lower divisions have been playing this map a lot as well. We've gone through both the low elo bracket or the lower bracket, I guess, not really low elo. And then the mid bracket, which is like 1500 max, and now this is the open division. But we've seen this map, and we've seen it played many times in many ways now. And it has been really interesting to see how things have shifted over time here. Pushing in the deer, dropping holes. Yeah, see, this is something that I've seen now a few times. Only pushing in one? Maybe? No, he's going to push in another one. Just trying to get up faster, I guess. And it's definitely an interesting move. We haven't seen it a ton, but maybe from freaking Andy and from Dr. Kozmonot here, I think that's probably about it that we've seen do this. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how it works out. Obviously, there is a lot of food on the water here. Fixed starting positions, though, make it interesting. Can't really commit too much to water as far as fish is concerned. I think 3-4 fishing chips. It's usually what we've been seeing. Yeah, Dr. Kozmonot pushing in yet another one of these deer. He is Italian, so we'll be able to click up at a reduced price. 425 food is all that the feudal age will cost him. Dark, not in that same boat, is going to be a little bit later to the fishing chips as well, which is kind of a big deal. In that food income just that much faster. And TC trick here, no big surprise, another deer coming in as well. Actually, that was the same one. Just such a long lure. Dark is going to get Villager and then has Loom queued behind this. Is he going to have enough to go up? I don't think so. 22 pop. Yeah, not going to be enough actually. Going to be quite short. We'll have to queue again. This may feel like a little bit of an off build here for him. We'll see what happens. Dr. Kozmonot does have the res up. Will be on the way to the feudal age. And yeah, just waiting for that. There it is. So not too far off there. Not too bad either. We're going to see the economies rebalance to heavier wood and gold production here. And we should ultimately be seeing a few more docks coming down. Would make a lot of sense. This is the first time we're seeing Dr. Kozmonot in this tournament. Or this bracket, rather. He was given the advanced 32 position because he is in the top of the bracket. Dark Diamonds actually beat Kados 101, I think, in 2 games before getting to this round. And we will see 2 docks here from both as feudal age will approach. And honestly, for Dr. Kozmonot to be up just a few seconds before his opponent, who has to gather 75 additional food, it's actually not too bad. Another thing, Dark has 25 pop and only going to be 23 here. Interesting. Ooh, I like this. Dark bringing the fishing ship across to find his opponent to make sure he is here. Galley opening here for both. A third dock did come down, so it will be 3 docks to 2. And with galley numbers, that will obviously favor Dark here, which is actually quite encouraging for him here. Being down a game, wants to take this, wants to push this to a game 3. Only problem, his wood production is going to be a little bit taxing here. Fletching already coming down here for Dr. Kozmonot, though. That is a big deal. As we're just going to have these garrisoned. Interesting. So fish may be given up here, actually. We'll have to wait and see if that is in fact the case. Maybe he's going to wait until he has fletching to come out here. fletching is on its way in. Fish are running. A few galleys will jump out here before fletching completes to try to do some damage here. Ultimately, that was some great micro for Dark Diamonds as well. Fletching is now in for both galley numbers, plus 1 galley here for Dr. Kozmonot, and Dark just kind of threw his units in there, wasn't patrolling or anything, so does lose quite a bit of HP there. But third dock just now on its way up here, and we'll see if that extra dock pays off here in the short term. What's up, I will heal you. How are you, man? Hope your training is going well. Tower Rush on Arena Cove, underrated Hitch is always winning Tower Rushes if you guys are new around here. How you doing, Hitch? Good to see you again, man. Alright, galley numbers are slightly in favor here of Dark for the time being. HP also slightly ahead here. All in all, it's looking really close yet again. The important thing will be the economy behind this, as well as Dr. Kozmonot is getting closer with the food count. I assume the next stage will be approximately coming in before too long. Galley micro is a thing of beauty, guys. Checking the economy is obviously nothing really much to see here. It's all pretty much the same. Galley micro is going to be the most entertaining thing to watch right now. We can keep an eye on the food counts as well. Both players only with double bid axe. No horse collar here for either player just yet. Both players are still fishing though. Some good micro here from both sides yet again, which I'm expecting to see continue after watching the first game. It was quite impressive. Really, Hitch. Some interesting close quarters combat here for galleys. The closer they are, the less they miss. All in all, Dark staying ahead in the battle right now, but a fourth dock being added. Now it's 4 docks against 3. So we are going to see the number slowly get better here for Dr. Kozmonot, as Dark is just showing up with galley micro today. His KD is a little bit better as well. But with the 4th dock here, it's going to be difficult to keep up. Obviously, these are getting down to being lower and lower in HP as well. Oh, some really good exchanges here, but the docks are closer here for Dr. Kozmonot, so it will get harder and harder to reinforce this. As right now, it is a little bit better for Dark here. It's quite impressive. Yeah, Hitch, I know, man. It's been you should have seen game 1. If you haven't, I would highly recommend going back to watch that one as well. This has been quite the set thus far. Fishing ships, maybe he's not going to finish them off. Thought he was going to take them out. We'll take out 1 and a second. Galley numbers are still in favor of Dark. He's been able to produce constantly. It's only 3 docks, however. Galleys, though, looking to be in a bit of an interesting position for both players. Both players cut off. Going to go try to take out the fish here that were lost on his side as well. Things are looking good behind this. We are seeing farming economy added for Dark. No farming economy here for the Doctor. So maybe this will allow a better economy, a better switch, as we are going to see galleys start to be kept in the docks as well. Interesting. Galley numbers are fairly close here. A market going to be coming up for the dock. So maybe he's going to have enough to buy his way to the next stage, potentially. Galley numbers are slightly in favor, but right here, it's not really that big of an advantage with the Dox being here as well. Nice box formation here for Dark. He's doing a good job here to whittle down some of these numbers. Yeah, things are looking fairly good here for both. I mean, it's very even. Market is down for the Doctor. We'll take a minute and look away here when we can to see if Dark has the market. Doc has the market already. No market yet for Dark. He does need that second building to click to the next age. I have to wait and see when that occurs. Capture age is a beautiful thing, guys. I love the box of galleys. Yeah, it's something I haven't seen much of at all. But Doc is starting to buy to the next age. He could probably sell his stone and be really close to clicking up. Yeah, he's going to click up really soon because of the Italians faster or cheaper up. And there he has clicked. Dr. Kozmonot versus Dark Diamonds. But yeah, Doc, yeah. Dark will be clicking up, but he's going to be later. This timing window is going to be very important. He may be able to survive. We'll have to wait and see. Economy is better for Dark. So he has 4 fishing ships compared to just 1. Galley numbers are slightly worse here for Dark. But overall, the HP is quite worse for them as well. So this is not the greatest fight that you want to be taking here. But both players are on their way up, so it's pretty equal risk for both at this point. Castle Age is almost a full minute behind here for Dark. It's going to give enough time for the upgrades all to come in here, which is going to be quite difficult for Dark to hold on to. It will be rather important as well. No, he's got enough food for at least Bot Canero. Yeah. There it is. Bot Canero will come in. That's really the one that's going to be most important at this time. War Galley will come in. He just sold some stone to buy it. And once those upgrades come in, I fear for the army here. A Doc does go down. Upgrades aren't 50% off. It's 33. Yeah, but Botkin, he still had enough for Botkin, so. And he did use the market to get War Galley. Either way, Portuguese going to have a rough time here against Bot Canero and against War Galley. And soon to be Ballistics. Oh. And he's hunting this down. He's going to find it. This is going to be trapped. Oh, this is not going to be pretty. This is not the place you want to be trapped either. There's nowhere to run here. And I think the entire force on water is going to get cleaned up. But, I mean, it's holding. The better HP here is holding well. Careening coming in as well. That's an upgrade that we haven't seen for Dr. Kozmonot. And actually, it fared quite well. The water matchup is just slightly better in numbers here for Dr. Kozmonot. Impressive, even with Botkin not in, or not Botkin, even with Ballistics not in. Did way better than I thought too, man. Way better. Porto gets faster upgrades. Yeah, that's true. It's what, 30% faster research or something like that? Hell of a great matchup between these two. Obviously, Dark needs a win here to push this to a game number 3. And this has been very impressive play here. As he's running from the fight, I'm not really sure why he's running from this fight. Guess he wants to get Ballistics of his own. He's going to actually just go force drop off food, it looks like, and surrender those. Which isn't necessarily a bad plan. There's only one fishing ship left here for the dock as it is. Yeah, he's avoiding microing for sure. This has been a hell of a matchup so far. Fourth dock going to be added again here. There are 29 military units compared to 25. Monkeys still available for both players on the board. Haven't really been moving either. We'll see if that changes here. Careening is now coming in for the dock. Fight, though, is going to come down here, and this is going to be it. Looks like players are just going to try to micro a ship or two as a runner in the front. Galleys are going to come in from the side here as well. Ultimately, our Portuguese player is down a little bit on numbers here, but taking a fairly good exchange as Caravel has been introduced to the battlefield for the first time for our Portuguese player. That could start to change things. We'll have to see how things work out. The Caravel is going to come join the fight here. Military numbers are in favor of the dock. Reinforcement numbers are a little bit closer. Yeah, the Portuguese do have more HP, but ultimately not faring as well in the fight here. It was the best possible fight I think you could have asked for if you're in Dark's position. I don't know. He's producing constantly, same as the opponent. Just fell behind a little bit there. Took an interesting fight. A lot of the HP here on these ships a little bit low, though. And with Caravels being added, that will actually increase their damage output quite a bit. Ultimately, I really think Caravels being added here is going to be huge. But is he going to have time to get enough of them massed up here? He's starting to even out the numbers a little bit. Production behind this is full Caravel now. Not really knowing what else to say here other than the fact that this has been an impressive battle between these guys. Caravel changes the tide, though. I think he needs to add galleys as well, because fires have been added now, yeah. And Dr. Kozmonot just switching into fire ships. So now this is going to be bad for Dark. Dark is going to lose a lot to the fire ships here. I think it has to be a mixed army. The fire ships will melt Caravels. Yeah, and now we see the galleys probably being added back in. I don't know, it's going to be demos, okay. It's so hard to deal with this, though. Caravels are great against galleys and longboats, but not so much against fire ships. I don't know if the demos are going to get anything done, though, if they're noticed anyways. And ballistics is in, so it's not really going to be great. Caravel was the option. Fire ship's going to be the option now here for Dark as he tries to run with his entire military, really. And this is starting to change tide a little bit here. The dock is in a lot better position as far as military numbers go now. And just look how fast these Caravels will melt. Yeah, the switch was fine until the fire ships were added. And he added them and switched to full Caravel production, which wasn't able to withstand the fires. And switching to fires, very, very simple here. Galley production, water has been given up now. Dark's not even going to try to get back on it. I think that is probably the best case scenario for him. He is going to add a second and a third town center. Going to try to boom up here and get some things done. On the other side, fishing ships are being added. Dr. Kozmonot reading this very well, knowing his opponent has given up water, knowing that he has one water and will clean his opponent here off the water. Whew. That was an impressive switch for Dr. Kozmonot to do it so quickly. As soon as he started seeing massive Caravels, just dumped everything into fires rather than war galleys and was well rewarded for it. economy behind this is going to be better for Dark here soon, I think, though. It's going to be 3 TCs to 2. Loom just now coming in for Dr. Kozmonot. There's a lot of docks, though, as well, so food economy will be supplemented by fishing ships, as they are starting to be massed up. Gillnet's coming in as well, and, yeah, I agree with chat right now. It's going to be insanely hard for him to come back in this one, as, Dr. Kozmonot really showing a good example of dealing with those Caravel counters and what to do with them. Was quite good here. It was a great idea for the switch to come in as well, and Dark threw everything he had at that. But once he went full Caravel, it doesn't work out so well against fire ships. We'll see what happens here. It is going to be a little bit better population here, obviously, for the Doctor, who will soon be getting Wheelbarrow. Dark has had Wheelbarrow for a while. Dark sold some... he bought some stone, so he's going to add a 4th town center behind it. So he knows he's going to need to boom here. And we are going to see a monastery and a barracks here in the mid. We have villagers moving out to mine gold everywhere, as the Doc has pretty much gotten rid of all the resources in his base, minus wood. He's got a little bit of stone left. Gold there, but all in all, it's still an insanely good match here. Imperial Age, and we're going to have the Cavalier switch coming in here shortly. It's going to be Imperial Age, though, so much faster here for Italians. Italians are so good on this map, given their situation. Honestly, I think going into Condottiero would have been just fine as well, but stables will be the choice here for Dr. Kozmonot. Economy equally close, but at the same time, I mean, 28 fishing ships for Dr. Kozmonot, taking all of this resources. Those could eventually be turned into fishing traps as well. Imperial Age click is on its way here, but will be much later. Few vills were headed forward here. The monkey even headed forward here. Converting the monkey. No, sir. The galleys will make fast work of that monkey, however. This gold is exposed here for Dark, which is going to be an issue for him, as he's only going to have a few tiles in the north and this here for the time being. What an impressive matchup, though, between these guys on water. That was competitive for a very long time here. Stable numbers are very heavily massing, and we're just going to see light cav. Going to see a forward castle. This castle pressures everything, will make it very difficult. +2 coming in here. Light cav and handcart behind this coming in for Dr. Kozmonot as well, who did let up on the economy a little bit, but ultimately, with all these fishing ships, his food economy is insane. He knows his opponent doesn't have that. A castle on the frontier, if this goes unnoticed, it might go up. It might even go up if it is noticed. I don't think you can reach on this back side here. You gotta see barracks coming down here for the Portuguese player. 3 of them. Castle on this end as well. Light cav numbers are being massed. Winged Hussar are... or not Winged Hussar, just Hussar are on their way in. Winged Hussar was last game. Castle does go up. Will force the player off this shoreline. And we're going to see another play to try to get back on water made here from Dark. I think that is an excellent idea. He knows his opponent has to be fishing here. It does get less and less as far as value with those fishing ships. You can see most of the water has been cleaned up. Hussar is in, though. It's 48 military to 3, and it's, even if you only count the land military, it's still massively different here. So it's going to be full Hussar. This castle does go up, will range this town center. The Hussar will run in, and there's a hole here. Docks not even going to be able to be used right now. Spearmen in production. Pikemen on its way up. But ultimately, the economy is 131 vills right now, and I think it's about to drop heavily, which is going to be a problem. Cannon Galleon coming in here for Dr. Kozmonot as well. The economic numbers will continue to plummet here, as the pikemen will not be able to trade all that well against these hussars, who are well upgraded. Monks are going to go for a few conversions here, and not get a single one. And I think that Dark is going to experience a lot of pressure here, as all these docks were invested into, and I don't think we're going to see a single ship queued here. Ultimately, these town centers, these villagers, all in trouble here, will likely go down here before too long. I've even seen Galleon researched by Dr. Kozmonot here. Economy cleaned up in the back. He has to send this forward, though, to deal with the oncoming threat, as this town center will most certainly fall. This one being trebbed down here as well. Fast fires even coming in for Dr. Kozmonot. Does not intend to lose water in any way. This TC is down, and the economy will continue to evaporate here. Halberdier is in, but it is only +1/+1. Gonna start to see Bracer added behind this, and we do have some docks on their way out. So Dr. Kozmonot in the driver's seat for sure now, after cleaning up all of these villas, cleaning up the town centers. It's lucky that Dark still has that alive. Cannon galleons, fast fire ships, and galleons all on the shoreline here. And I hate to call games over, but I don't see a way back for this one for Dark in any way at this point. Chat was calling it earlier, and yeah, with the elo discrepancy, it's just so difficult to come back from this position. But GG does come in. Well played to both players here. Dark Diamonds, man. Impressive play being down so far in the elo, man. Elo's Hitch, Dr. Kozmonot is 2K Elo, and Dark Diamonds is like 1700, or that was their Elos at the time of sign up. I don't know exactly their Elos at this moment, but I venture it's somewhere near there. And Dark Diamonds, man, hell of a show. Honestly, it was impressive to be down that far in Elo, and put up quite a great set here against Dr. Kozmonot. Congrats to Dr. Kozmonot as well, as he will be advancing to the round of 16 here in the Banano Open Classic. And GG's to both here. Statistics real quick for you guys. Not going to sit around and look at these for too long, but you can see where it really started to take off after that water fight. Just look at how close the game was at all this points, and then how it just changed drastically. GG's, guys. GG's. We'll update the bracket here in just a second. First, we have to say goodbye to Dark Diamonds, and the only way we know how, guys. 1 second.